Hey guys, it's your favorite channel Shubro the Geek. I'm your host, I'm your host Shubro. So welcome to the favorite channel Shubro the Geek. A little introduction about me in case you are new to the channel as well as to the series that I and my good friend Debayan will be launching this December. So guys, stay tuned, and if you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon beside it so that you get notified each and every time we upload a video and you never miss an update about it. So, guys, an intro about me. I'm a master scholar of computer applications at Amit University, Kolkata. I'm currently learning data science and machine learning, and I'm trying my hands on with IBM Qiskit. And I would like to share my learning experiences and my journey with you guys. In the upcoming series or series S, plural, we will be talking about the core requirements and skills you need to learn and apply if you wish to become a part of the profession which Harvard Business School has classified as the sexiest job of the 21st century. I am aware that there are hundreds of tutorials like this series out there on YouTube. And you might be wondering why do another one at all? Majority of the courses and tutorials are not exactly geared towards complete beginners and newcomers to the field. And the amount of things to know and learn about is just huge, and we don't know a path where to start and where to stop. So I decided with my friend Debayan to streamline it for you guys who is, and to tell you about Debayan, he's already working in industry and he can actually tell us what you might need to learn about. So next will be Debayan, who will be talking about himself and giving an introduction. So Debayan, please continue.
Hi, this is Debayan. I'm currently working as a core data scientist at a medtech startup based out of London. I've been in the industry for about 2 years now, specializing in developing end-to-end data science infrastructure and deploying machine learning models at scale. I also have hands-on experience working with IBM Qiskit in to solve computationally intensive problems using quantum algorithms. In terms of my education, I'm a computer science and engineering graduate out of Amit University, Kolkata. In fact, Shubra and I went to the same university for our undergraduate education.
So guys, as you have heard the introduction of Debayan and what are his industry connections and all, and now we have planned few series actually over here. So in those series you will be getting video on each week, every Sunday of each week. So guys, stay tuned for that. So guys, if you have any queries regarding your journey into the data science and machine learning world, do connect with us on Discord, the exclusive Discord server for you guys which we have made for this series, and all the series is linked down below where we will be available most of the time, and we'll be talking about each and every and trying to solve all the queries as soon as possible. So I am your host Shubro, and
I am Debayan.
so let's start, shall we? So guys, we have decided on a path on which we will be talking. So we'll be posting few videos in succession for first 3 days, and after that you'll understand that it will be a weekly affair, and every week there will be a video on certain parts of something which we'll be discussing. So we'll be doing few series fundamentally. Number one is mathematics, which we all need to learn. Then data science, what is there and what you need to learn. Each and everything will be explained by Debayan in the next part. So Debayan, you are on.
Okay, so one of the core crucial, skill sets that you should have before you even start thinking about going on a data science related kind of role is your grasp on fundamental mathematics, specifically linear algebra. as well as probability and statistics. These three chapters, if you had in your undergraduate or in your high school, will form the core foundations of whatever you will be doing in the future, in as well as in research and machine learning and deployment, as well as in business kind of data science.
So,
What
Devan,
we
let
will be.
me ask you a question over here. So, as you know, I am learning this subject, and as
Mhm,
all our viewers also who are willing
mhm,
to learn this.
mhm.
So, will we be talking about everything which is in regards to mathematics, like linear algebra, what we need for data science, or we'll be talking about the whole syllabus? Because if we are,
we
yeah, say Devan.
we are more interested in very specific aspects of linear algebra and statistics, because like if you read out the chapters themselves, you can have tons of books on this, and you can have, look, those are, hundreds of pages of content, and you might think that that's an enormous job at the very beginning to start off with. That's not how we are going to approach this. We're going to look at very core concepts. I can count them to almost like 10, right? We're going to look at 10 core concepts in every part of linear algebra and statistics, and we're going to learn them in depth as possible, because those will form the pillars of whatever our understanding will be in the future. Advanced concepts, implementations, as well as, the hacker kind of mindset you need to have regarding finding solutions to unconventional approaches and problems. So yeah, it's not about the full syllabus, it's about what you learn, how you learn them, and how well you can apply them.
So, we will also have some notes regarding this, as I believe.
Yes, we will be sharing some of our notes as well on this, so you don't have to, scour the internet, look at, various PDFs, books, ebooks to this. We will give you a comprehensive, like a streamlined version of these notes, which you can keep by yourself anytime you're doing you're learning things, you're doing interviews, and you can just skim through them and get a quick glance at what to know at any point of time. So yeah.
So, Devan, please proceed. And if I have any questions, I will be asking later on. Yeah. Devan, let's proceed.
Okay, so one of the, the practical aspects of data science is your understanding of the business or the industry domain that you're going to be working on, right? So when you're talking about specific aspects of industry like retail, tourism, e-commerce, each of these domains have very specific use cases, needs, and problems. So the concepts that you might learn in your book, let's say in mathematics, as well as the general machine learning algorithms that you might be learning, they need to have various kinds of special cases that you will be applying in them. So what like delineates you from other data scientists, aspirants, or enthusiasts out in the field, is how good your business level, intelligence, your business level understanding of the field is. This is something that we can't teach you like outright in a YouTube series like this, because this is something hands-on. You need to go into the field, make mistakes and learn from them. But what we can definitely tell you is the kind of problems that you might face, the kind of challenges that you might face in this. And like in case you have some, business savvy family relative, friend, or somebody, I think it's time to hit them up, try to understand the kind of industry that you can apply your knowledge in, you can be more successful at. And please remember that this is a marathon, not a sprint. You're going to be working at this day in day out for a long period of time. So if you're not really, like in a captured by by the domain, you're not interested in the business, you can't really focus on getting the best out of your data science skills in that domain. So yeah.
So, Devan will be like catering to the special needs, no? So, special,
uh,
like what are the things that is there on in industry and what you need actually for industry? Like with your experience, you have experience of 2 years, as we heard. So, you'll be giving us that insight, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, like in my experience, so when I started out, it was very difficult, it was very overwhelming at the start, and you have that kind of imposter syndrome at the front, and I still do have that. But what you learn over the edge is sort of like trying to understand what you require, what you need to learn, how you need to learn it, and what does the business require at the end of the day. Because you might know a tons of languages, you might know tons of different things, cool things, like that's not what the business wants. If at the end of the day you require a simple if else fix, you just need to change a couple of things here and there, and does not even require, like comprehensive research kind of knowledge. So that's it. That's what the business requires, and that's what you got to deliver to them. So it all comes down to how you can create impact. We measure performance, we measure success in data science by the amount of impact your solutions has, your efforts has in the business.
So that's like Debayan, would you like to discuss about the timeline tagline which we have discussed? We have planned actually.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna start it off with basic mathematics that we like described. So we will have a couple of videos on linear algebra covering vectors and spaces and things like that. Then we're gonna move on to complex numbers, and then to probability. Probability is complex numbers, and probability are probably going to be the kind of the difficult aspects of this, because they are not so obvious as you might as you might think.
And
And when you
we experience these things like we need them like tools to master everything. Like they are only tools to go ahead. If I'm not wrong.
Yes, like at then every day when you're using, like when you're calculating numbers, when looking at sheets, large numbers of data sets, it all comes down to how can you define those problems as a set of simple probability equations, in a set of simple linear equations, right? And the ability to see them in that manner, that's the skill set. You might not have that skill set right now when you're starting off, right? But when you're looking at a domain as long as I have, and even and people even with greater experience than me, it comes all down to natural to them. So that's the state that we will be targeting to reach to, and we will be giving you, in a very streamlined fashion to that point, uh, as in experience. And after probability and complex numbers, we're going to go down to hardcore statistics. We're going to talk about frequentist approaches, we're going to talk about Bayesian approaches, how they differ from each other, and when and how you need to use them in various kinds of industries and domains.
Then I think we'll be going into some of algorithms and all, which we'll be requiring.
Yeah, yes. So like there's a lot of algorithms that typical data scientists will use at any point of any in their everyday job, right? And there are various classes of algorithms. You might have heard some like some machine learning algorithms like supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning, and those kind of things. But these are what you'd call the cherry on the cake. So these are not the things that you do every day. What you do every day is much simpler and much more fundamental in nature. So you're talking about in terms of like data cleaning, you're talking about data imputation policies, you're talking about transformations, you're talking about data schematics, you're talking about SQL. These are much more fundamental, and you will be using this kind of algorithm, this kind of processes 90% of your day. So if you have heard in on Reddit or online somewhere, when people say that 90% of your job is just looking through data and trying to understand how to make sense of it, that's real. That's real. So the machine learning part of things, the deep learning part of things, that's the cherry on the cake. That's the 10% of the job. People think that that's the target, but that's not it. If your data doesn't live in a proper way,
Like we
it's
need to
not
understand
formatted
the
in a
data
proper way.
completely. Yeah. Like we
Yeah,
have,
so
if you have a
it's like,
proper data set, then the things like machine learning, deep learning, reinforcement learning, everything comes later. First we need to
everything comes later. It's sort of,
understand the
yeah,
data and how to manipulate the data to get our result. So
yeah,
manipulating part is algorithms that we can talk about and that anyone can talk about. But we will be learning how to understand the data and how to
yes,
take that data, how to see the data properly. That's our main goal. Am I right, Debayan?
yeah. The clues in the name. You're talking about data science. You're talking about being a data scientist, being a data analyst. So you better expect that half of your time, or almost all of your time, will be looking at data, just rows and rows of data, trying to understand what it means to have a certain number, what it means to have this row denoting something, right? And understanding the connections between rows of numbers is a clue. That's your insight generating process. And that's what requires skill, that what requires practice, and that's what requires a lot of time. So yeah.
So, guys, Debayan, so should they stay with us for long with this series which we have planned for them?
I hope to. So we have a couple of things in planned out for us. We have some projects. We have some, like content material that we have, written down for you guys, so you can follow them through as we are talking along, right? As we are doing along the series, we also expect that you will join our Discord server. So I and Shubro will be there most of the times, so we can answer your queries if you have any questions. And yeah, so you can expect me to stay along for the
And
whole
if we
journey.
receive a great response, we are planning on having some Q&As also, right, Debayan?
Yeah, so of course, like you would expect us to sort of answer your queries live. So if you have specific queries, specific things that you like want to ask us live, even if you're not a a subscriber to the channel, if you're not a regular visitor to the channel, you can still join in, and we will have your queries answered as the best to our ability.
And you should subscribe to this channel, like we will be providing industry catered content, right, Debayan? Should you say
Yeah.
a word for our subscribers?
So, so one of the things that I would like you guys to sort of take away from the our whole effort that we're trying to put us through to generate this kind of content for you guys is to understand that there's a lot at stake over here. There's a lot of things to learn. There's a lot of things to know about, and it's all enormous at first. And we both of us has felt the same way since we started our learning journey, and we also hope that that we can be able to alleviate some of your pain, some of your problems through this.
And to tell you guys, learning is a process. According to me, if correct me, Devan, if I'm wrong, learning is a process of, like, we give something, we get return something in return. So we will learn from you guys. We will be trying to teach you guys, and in the process, we will learn something, right, Devan?
Yeah, so this is in fact one of my first teaching kind of experiences on the internet. So this will be a learning experience for me as well. And if you think that I should slow down somewhere, I should be more deliberate at explaining certain things, please let me know in the comments, in the video comments, and we will take them seriously. We will.
So, guys, you should stay tuned for this kind of content on our channel, and that's all you need. You will be understanding a lot of things and what the industry needs right now, right, Deban? With the
Yeah.
content we are providing.
Yes, we hope.
Yeah, we seriously hope that. So, guys, thanks for tuning in to your favorite channel, Shubhra the Geek. So, from next week onwards, you'll be having our series. We will be starting with mathematics. So, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon beside it so that you get notified each and every time we post a new video. And you will be following the series completely. And for more updates, please follow us on our social media handles, which are also linked below in the given description box. Please join our Discord server. We'll be always there to help you out. So, guys, that's all for the day. I am your host, Shubro, and
I am the buyer.
we are signing off. Bye bye.